Okay, for all you fellow target individuals out there, I got a little bit of a treat for you today. What I'm gonna do well, not today, but tonight. What I'm gonna do is, I'm actually gonna do a roast video today, and it's gonna be a roast video of the gang stalkers. Have you ever had these situations to where these random folks would just so happen to walk right in front of you and just try to just bend their ass over and stare right into your eyes as if they're staring in the pit of your soul, saying, "Yeah, you better be looking." Have you ever had a situation like that? Well, don't worry, because I'm here to let you know that there's ways to reverse that mess on them. And what I mean by this is, and yes, I've dealt with this crap like several different times. And what they've done is they've used this as an excuse when they would film and do that crap at the same time. They would use it as an excuse, and then they would try to say, "Oh, well, he's this way. Look at him looking and stuff like that." But it's pretty obvious that they, set the shit up. So, let's get right into it. Okay, first off, I didn't tell these people to do this. They chose to, they're being paid, which is even worse than just doing it with one's free will. Because if you're being paid and you're going out of the way to soliciting your ass to a guy, sorry about that. If you gotta, that's gonna happen for a couple of times. Unfortunately, I don't use my actual camera on my phone because they did something to my phone to where like if I record with that, it's gonna get corrupted. So I just use the X recorder. Anyway, so when they go ahead and turn around and do that, first off, I look at their very many different perspectives on this. First off, I didn't ask for nobody to do that, and I didn't sign up for that. I didn't tell you to go out of your way to bend your behind up in front of me like that. I didn't tell you to do that. You chose to do that. So the fact that a dude would want to show his ass to another guy would most likely means that the guy is showing his ass off to another guy is homosexual. I have no, and before I get into this, I have nothing against homosexuals, but I do, and this is for anybody of any directional sex. What I do have a problem with is people who would try to project their own sexuality on to other people. You got to forgive me. The lines that you're gonna see straight there, and I'm pretty certain you can see the top of my screen as well. Before I even get any far into this roast, that actually monitors activity on the phone as far as swipe activity, and I even got it to where it even monitors application activity. So if anything gets accessed at all, like that chart right there, and there's gonna be another one as well, but I actually gotta go find it somewhere around here. It monitors all that activity. So if someone's like touching something they ain't supposed to, as far as the hacking is concerned, that's gonna monitor it. On another note, anyway, as I was saying, first off, I'm looking at it in many different perspectives. First off, I didn't tell you to go and bend your behind up in front of me. You chose to do that. Even worse, you're being paid to do that. And secondly, not only are you being paid to do that, you seem to find it funny to do so. So I mean, if I don't, if I'm literally just minding my own business, I don't pay attention, they get mad, right? They get pissed off. So they get pissed off because you're not looking at their ass, basically. They get pissed off because you're minding your own business. They get pissed off. And every day with my gang stalkers, they always talk about gay this and gay that. So what I simply thought, I'm like, okay, fine, maybe they love talking about that. I guess that's what they are into talking about. I mean, hey, I don't judge. I don't judge. If that's what you like to discuss, I mean, hey, go ahead for it. Even, I mean, just know that what you accepting money to solicit your ass to a guy, that's a form of prostitution. Okay, I'm just saying that is technically a form of prostitution. As far as the prostitutes who they have out on the streets, don't you know like they be doing stuff like that? Those female prostitutes out there on them streets in the really dirty parts of the really dirty parts of the neighborhoods, they be doing that. They, no joke, they be doing that a lot. I've never seen it before, But I played enough Grand Theft Auto to know that they definitely like to emulate life. So if I'm seeing that happen on Grand Theft Auto, you best believe a lot of the females who unfortunately lost their way into that perspective are doing that. So for a fact of a guy to do that, that would be, and not only that, I've heard from other TIs mention that the guys who do this are technically gay themselves. No joke. Like ones who have even been stalked by this kind of behavior for quite some time. This is on like 4 to 5 different people saying this. Um, I'm not gonna mention their names in here. I have a separate video for that. What I'm gonna do is a collab. I want to do a collaboration video, right? And it's literally gonna have a collaboration of all the names and all the channels that I found with local TIs and TIs on other areas. I'm doing this as far as a shout out and as a way to connect everybody and all other TIs who aren't aware of other TIs out there, because they do love to hide your channels. Trust me, I've had trouble finding a lot of you on there, and I was shocked. Like you really have to dig through YouTube just to find your channels. You would be shocked. They definitely will go out of their way to hide your channel. So just be mindful of that. If you haven't already, I would recommend you to start migrating your channel over to TrueTube. I would still keep YouTube as well. They're probably gonna delete your channel if you're not in a million, but you can still just start over anyway and try more of an in-depth approach on this and see where it goes from there. But on to the roast. Um, as far as I know, I mean, again, every day, all they like to do is talking about gay this and gay that. So I'm like, okay, maybe that's all that they, as far as it insults, that's really all they can say. I mean, it's really, first off, it's definitely projection. The fact that they would try to call me something and I'm not, and yet at the same time, and I'm telling you, they will wait for me for them to do this. They will wait. They will literally wait around a corner. They will wait around a corridor. They will wait down the street just to bend their ass over. And they'll wait until I'm in perfect view to see that shit. So I'm like, are you are you serious? Are you serious? How you gonna call someone else gay, but not only are you being paid to solicit prostitution, which is illegal by the way, and yes, the police are paying people to solicit themselves in prostitution. They unfortunately they do this with the women too. Um, and it's gotten a lot of people who aren't aware of that in jail. You know, it's unfortunate, but it's happened. Other than that, though, like it's crazy. Like I just today I just roasted the crap out of them. I literally did. It got them so pissed, really pissed off today. It really pissed them off. Um, Pretty much, I even stated like I didn't sign up for this, which I really didn't. I don't think no. I honestly believe no one would ever literally sign themselves up from human experimentation via directed energy weapons at all. As you can see, I'm pretty certain the meter is still on because I can still feel it. Let me go over to the meter, and as you can see, they got it jotted up to like around 4. Go back to the camera. Um, but yeah, like it's just crazy. Sorry about that. I don't even know how the heck do I even swap. Maybe with a swap. No, I'll go back. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I had to get that yellow box off of there. Um, but yeah, basically, I didn't sign myself up, and not any other TI signed themselves up for this shit, and no one did. We were just put on this, and unfortunate for me, and even more of an extent of my mom, we were both put on this list. I wasn't even aware of what targeted individual was, and I didn't even know what this stuff was, and I've gone through this for years. I've had the symptoms of this for years since I was a child, as far as my teens are concerned. Any farther than that, I honestly do not know. I honestly do not know. But I do know that related to the schooling and all that stuff, related to a lot of stuff my mom went through, it was very suspicious. I couldn't put my finger on it. I would have told my family about some of the things that had happened, but at the same time, I didn't really want them involved, and not to mention there was no way they would ever possibly understood what was going on, because I mean, heck, I didn't even understand what the heck was going on. I didn't even know nothing about no directed energy weapons, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a certain day comes by, and bam, I'm getting hit by radiation. I'm like, what the is going on? So I didn't know. It definitely felt like radiation because it smelled like it. So I went ahead and looked for something that could actually detect it. I came up with the EMF meter, and they actually are hitting me right now with this mess. It's messing with my sinuses. I did find a technique to deal with this. As far as EDMR is concerned, for me, I usually just use my finger, and I just sway it left to right in a certain, either into a pattern or just left or right in a V shape, maybe in a U shape. And what I would do with that is my eyes will be focused out on it. If you don't know what EMDR is, you need to look that up, because that's the way to actually turn this stuff off. In fact, let me go ahead and try it now. I guarantee you, in a few minutes, you're gonna hear some noises outside. It's either gonna be an elevator, a cart, or someone slamming their door open and closed. And even if they don't, I don't really care. It'll just give me more time to make this vid. Just bear with me for a second. And done. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. Anyway, back to the roast. Okay, first off, no one signed up for their directed energy weapons. We didn't sign up for this. We didn't sign up for this. I wasn't aware that being put under human experimentation was gonna involve me having to deal with a bunch of random dudes trying to advertise their ass to me. In my honest opinion, if you are familiar with anime, the fact that the statistics with this fits within the confines of a please notice me senpai moment. It really does. It really does. It's like the fact that, I mean, it's either you're straight or you're not straight, and the fact that you would get pissed off, even if the fact that you would even accept money doing something like that. I mean, how is person's I mean, the fact that a guy would even do that, you gotta ask yourself, what if that guy was willing to go that far, to jeopardize his own manhood like that for money? I mean, well, I mean, not so far as manhood. I'll be honest about that. It's not so much as that. It's just it's more of a sense of character type of thing. Again, I got nothing against people who actually are gay. I don't. I just have a problem with people who find it comfortable to enforce their sexuality on other people. That's the only issue I got, really. As far as that is concerned, I also don't think I don't think they should be doing this at all. Like, half these people who are being paid to do this, like, it's just insane, man. I've seen a lot of things I wish I had not have seen, and I've seen people literally walk in front of me. They would do some really degrading stuff. There was this one guy who literally walked dead right in front of me, and he dropped his pants right down, just showing his nothing but his ankles. And thank God there was a freaking jacket there, because I did not want to see that guy's ass. I did not want to see that. I'm really grateful that dude at least had a jacket on. And honestly, where he was doing that at, he could have very well gotten fired. Because this dude that did this this happened at my job, and this was actually a coworker that did it. But other than that, most of the stuff that has going on, it mostly happens like when I'm out and about and whatnot, just handling my business. And what they would do is, it's already happening as I'm walking into like a store or something, right? I'll go in the store, and all of a sudden there's a person already waiting, saying, "You see that dude over there? You see that dude over there?" He gay. He gay. And they'll call me that, but they're the ones while I'm minding my business. They will be the ones walking in front of me trying to show their ass, and I'm like, dude, seriously? Seriously, do you? What in your right mind do you think you can call someone that, and you pull a stunt like that? It is completely backwards. So eventually, I stopped. I eventually just stopped caring. But I roasted the crap out of them today. They got super pissed. They really got super pissed. Um, but man, it's. I mean, in a situation like that, I couldn't help it. Like they brought the roast out of me. They really did. I had no choice at that point. So I'm like, you know what? F it. I'm just gonna go ahead and let loose, and bam. Sure enough, oh man, I got a bunch of freaking stink eyes that today. I got a lot of stink eyes from that today. Oh wow, I really got to start adjusting my eyes. I forgot. The camera is always centered at the top of the phone, not in the middle. And for some reason, I always get ahead of myself and I always look at the middle of the screen. I don't know why. I guess it's maybe a characteristic that happens if you watch too much TV or something, which I've long since stopped doing. Maybe a little bit of YouTube here and there, but that's about it actually. Yeah. Um, as far as this is concerned, what I was wondering though, besides the roast, I'm not even gonna go on with that to be honest, because I honestly could really care less. But anyway, as far as anything else is concerned, like what I wanted to do, if you see my last video, I was talking about like finding TIs with specific skills. The only issue with this is that I'm concerned with the way the government is pushing the country. So what I don't know is should we if we were to if all TIs in the nation were to collaborate together and actually buy some land and actually be able to make a sanctuary large enough for a population, I just don't I don't see how that can happen. In my opinion, I just don't see how that can happen in the United States, considering the fact that being surrounded by so many communities. But then again, maybe you can have it in the United States. I don't know. It would make trade deals a whole lot easier, but at the same time, I mean, you're still surrounded by cell towers. That's the only problem. So I think maybe the best idea is to not have it in the U.S. But I wanted to leave that as a unanimous decision and just hear people's opinions about it. So if give me your thoughts on this. You can go into an explanation if you want, but if you think it would be okay, just type yes in the comment section if you think it would be okay to have it in the U.S. or just comment no if you think that it needs to be outside the U.S. And other than that, as far as things are concerned, I have been reaching out. But as far as tips, as far as what I got, again, look up EDMR. As far as anything else, as far as tips are concerned, I've learned that ice. I know that ice on the back works, but I didn't realize that ice on the head works even better. So you might want to try that if they're heating you up with the directed energy weapons. Other than that, one of the tricks that I use for when they try to slow the walking down is I would flick my ears, and if you don't know about this, they the nano that they inject into you, and yes, they do inject you with nano. It usually goes through the food. It's usually sprayed into your living place of living or whatever. I've even found out that they put this stuff on your doorknobs too. No joke, on your front door. So whenever you touch that door, I would recommend you to both spray it and wash your hands with bleach or iodized sea salt, because iodized sea salt seems to be one of the key elements to actually kill this stuff off, or at least the fungus part of it. The other part of it, as far as the nanobots, you're gonna need an EMP acupuncture pen. You can get that from Amazon. They usually run from around 10 to 20 bucks, and sometimes even higher. As far as a disruptor and shielding, I've been mentioned in 8 State. If you get it from the play, the Google Play Store, they're gonna charge you $1. But honestly, considering what that technology does, I wouldn't even mind, getting that, and of which I have. Um, I've already showed videos of that already. As far as the innate state is concerned, I don't know if they have it on iOS and Android. I mean, not Android, but just iOS, iPhone. What I do know is that Body Logger is on there. If you don't know what that is, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't know either because I haven't tried it out yet. But there's a guy, the developer. He's actually on Facebook. He's on Facebook, so you might want to try check him out for a bit and see what that product is about if you're interested. But as far as cleansing of your home, when it comes to this fungus stuff that they invite into your home, here's my recommendation. First off, get some iodized sea salt. Iodized sea salt is like the best thing to use against this, and you can do it in two methods. What I do is I get my humidifier. I mix the water up. Now you want alkaline water. Unfortunately, this and remember, fungus can survive in a toxified environment. And when it comes to tap water has a lot of toxins in it. Unless you have a decent alkaline filter, I would recommend investing in Fiji water or just trying to find a filter that's for that. And again, I apologize for the camera timing out like that. Whew. It is, what time is it? Oh wow, it's 11:07. No wonder I'm feeling tired. Anyway, I just wanted to do this quick video before I actually do go to bed. And I already know they're probably gonna try to wake me up. Usually, I ended up waking up like around 2 or 3 from this BS that they got everybody on. As far as anything else is concerned, the shout out video that I'm gonna make will be first thing tomorrow because again I'm too tired to make it right now. But I'm praying for all you other TIs out there. Make sure you be safe, stay strong, and remember, any fear that you feel when it comes to this, as far as reaching out, that's not your fear. That's their fear. They don't want you to reach out. They do not want you to seek help from other targeted individuals because what they don't want you to realize is that the strength that you have is far much greater than theirs. Your willpower is far much greater. Your physical power is far much greater, but they do not want you to realize this. They don't. Narcissists are so weak and petty that they will literally tear down others around them to build themselves up and make themselves look greater by comparison. And unfortunately, we just gotta deal with so many of these narcissistic possessed people that are being manipulated by both this AI machine and the government. Honestly, though, in my best opinion, to tell you the truth, I honestly think it'd be best just to leave the country, and I mean for every TI, because there's too much money involved in this situation and far too much corruption. We could try to dismantle everything, but I'm telling you that's gonna cost a lot. I can see a lot of bloodshed in that unfortunate situation. Not just that, a lot of money as well, a lot of bloodshed and a lot of money. And I think a scenario like that is already as bad as it can be. But then again, like, there's no telling. You see a lot of stuff, a lot of technology evolving around AI and all this stuff. You even got AI programs in your home now, like what was her name, Siri, I think. I've seen the videos of where people would ask her that she worked for the CIA and the FBI, and it just no response, and it just shuts off. But a lot of this technology that we use as far as entertainment purposes, as far as search purposes of any kind, all of this is primarily to find things that we're most likely adaptive to, as far as our favorite music, as far as our favorite art styles, as far as our favorite movies, our favorite snacks, all kinds of stuff. And that's how a lot of this stuff really plays in it. So remember, Stay safe. I've got plenty of tips on this channel. To all you wonderful TIs, fellow TIs out there. This is MM's TI Strategy Guide. Over and out. Good night.